Greetings and welcome to Retromaniac. Let's continue Midway presents Arcade's Greatest Hits, the Atari Collection 1. So, last time I played to be specific, two games, Missile Command as well as Tempest. So now we got the grandmother of all video games, Asteroids. I haven't played Asteroids for years, so interesting to see how well the emulation is here. Let's see first. Okay, you can select either 4 or 3 ships. I don't know why it's limited to only two choices, but anyway. And controls are quite simple. Nothing. It's the it's the most important button. Nothing. So I'm not sure if this had originally a ball controller or maybe a joystick. But in that case, what would nothing do? I don't know. So you can do a hyperspace and fire. Wait a second. I only thought that you could fire. I didn't know you can use hyperspace. Okay. Oh, interesting. Just places you somewhere else. Oh no, hit the UFO. Yeah, you can either play this like you try to stay in the middle of the screen or stationary in one location and then shoot. But the other strategy is to move. Not sure if that's better. Sometimes, well, you have to move because you are being chased by the UFO or oncoming asteroids. Pew pew pew. It's interesting. Is the sound polyphonic there? It's almost like you can hear your shooting sound and the background music, if you will. That. So yeah. Okay, 3,000 points. I think at least get 10,000 if I really try to concentrate here. Yeah, I find it easier to just stay still and shoot. Because while you are moving, it's just so difficult to aim. No. Okay, is the time running out? I don't know. Oh no! I should have used hyperspace. Where am I? I wonder if the game is jeez. Game is intelligent enough to actually wait. Oh, it is. Yeah, I was trying to say that it will wait until there's a open space in the middle, because if there's like an asteroid, you would get killed immediately. So yeah, it's there's some checking going on in the program that waits until there's open space available. Oh, please. Oh no! Oh, I used hyperspace and died. Okay, so it seems that after death the game waits, but if you use hyperspace you can get killed immediately. If you are unlucky. Yeah, it's risky. Oh jeez, come on, I'm not gonna waste my lives if without even getting 1000 points. Oh no. Yeah, it seems that the hyperspace is not very trustworthy. Oh no, it's getting crowded here. Oh no, 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 no. Where am I? Come on. Just shoot past them. Okay, to left. And I get ya. He's coming that way. Okay. Crap. No, 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 no. It really feels like space because there's like a delay. You cannot move immediately. Come on. 5,000 points. I must get 5,000 points. Otherwise I cannot show my face and call myself a retromaniac. Oh, please. My accuracy is not at the level of any good player. Oh, come on. When you shoot the asteroid, there's a chance that it will break and the pieces will come towards you, so you have to be quick. I think good way is actually trying to get rid of the small parts first. Because if you break all the big ones, then there's gonna be so many little asteroids left that you are about to die. Oh, I didn't know that the asteroids can kill those UFOs as well. Okay. Come on, leave me alone. Oh no, they're coming. Jesus. Yeah, they're harder to hit when they're smaller. I wonder what happens if you try to start just stay here in the screen and not trying to shoot the last asteroid. How long till they put another UFO on the screen, or maybe they just make them smaller or quicker, I don't know. Okay, 5,000. Now I'm gonna get it. No, no, no. Just press the hyperspace in the last moment there. Oh no, there's so many small ones. Jesus Christ, where am I? I need better fire. Oh, what the heck? Oh, wait a second. If you use the hyperspace 3 times, you will explode immediately. Is that the thing? I don't know. Okay, I'm doing terribly here. Let's start over. And come on. Okay, maybe I should move quicker. Whoa! That's not a good way to play the game. If you move too fast, you cannot even react. Yes. So maybe it's just better to try to be stationary as much as possible and only move in an emergency. Come on. Yeah, and also do not shoot the asteroid if you are near it, because it will probably explode and the pieces will get you. So you wanna shoot from the distance. Okay, where am I? Oh, yeah, the looping is interesting because if you go to the corner, you'd guess that you come out of the other corner, but no. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Come on. Such an old game, but so stressful. I'm gonna try to get those pieces. Oh, I died. Yeah, I'm gonna just restart the game if I don't have even 1000 points before the first death. No chance to get 5000 if I've already lost a life. Where am I? Come on. There you go. No. Come here, you. Oh no. I have to shoot this UFO. Die. Whew. Okay, that was a good run. 1,000. Just 1,000 to get the new... Come on. Yes, or 5,000. It's a small one. Got me. Okay. 5,000. I'm proud. Okay. Well. Let's watch the interview.
Atari was founded in 1972 by video game... Asteroids takes its controls, rotate, thrust, shoot, and hyperspace from the first video game ever, Steve Russell's Space War, which was created on a mainframe computer at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Unlike Space War, though, in Asteroids your main enemies are drifting rocks, not other ships, although the UFOs certainly add a high challenge level to the game. One of the most interesting elements of the game is that it runs on a vector, or XY monitor. Unlike a TV which creates an image by drawing one horizontal line across the TV at a time, a vector monitor draws straight lines across the monitor from point to point. Ed Log explains why he chose a vector system for Asteroids.
Well, the reason I wanted to work on a vector game is because you had much higher resolution. Asteroids had like a 1024 by 768 resolution as compared to a TV screen which is like 300 by 240, 320 by 240. It's very typical. So you get much better picture qualities. Normally you draw on raster, you get a nice little stair-stepping. When you do it on a vector, it looks like a nice smooth straight line. So it really made it very effective, especially when you're doing small little ships and shots and things like that. You wanted everything to be nice and smooth.
That decision, though, led to a curious bug in the game that caused the screen to occasionally fade in and out when only a few items were present on screen. Here he explains how this is actually a problem with the hardware used by Atari in production versions of the game.
All monitors have a problem with screen burn. You see a lot of, like PCs now, they do basically screensavers. Well, in the old days, in Asteroids, we couldn't put a screensaver up there, although we did swap screens around a little bit. But what we did is we had a protection circuit. There's actually a second problem with an XY monitor I should bring up too, and that is if for something should go wrong with the electronics on the board, the monitor's beam would just go down to a single point. And since all that energy is at a single point, it would burn a hole in the screen. So we had special circuitry on there that basically said if you're not drawing far enough apart, then turn off the beam. Well, it turns out that the copyright in the bottom and the score and a little bit of stuff at the top was just enough drawing so that it would not erase the screen. And so we found that wasn't quite the case, but there were some monitors that were not quite up to spec with others. And if you had like one rock and the asteroid was, or your spaceship was in the middle of the screen, it would sort of fade away to black. And as everything moved away, it would come back to bright again.
Probably the most popular strategy in Asteroids is to destroy all but one asteroid, then wait and simply shoot UFOs. This is known as the lurk strategy. Unfortunately, if you get too good at this strategy, building up more than 200 plus ships, you reset the machine. Ed explains why.
I actually tried the lurk strategy, getting down to a couple rocks and then trying to shoot the guys, but I just couldn't do it, and I said, nah, nobody else can do it. And just left it the way it was, and it turned out that, of course, people could master it. In fact, they got to the point where they could master it so well that they could build up hundreds of lives. But, and this is not a bug. The hardware has a protection in it that you don't come back to it every so often. It's called a watchdog reset, and it resets the board, starts all over from scratch. But if I spend all this time drawing all the ships across the screen, all your extra lives, it basically runs out of time and causes a reset. So if the guy builds up too many extra lives, of course the board would reset.
On a personal note, Asteroids may have been instrumental in getting Ed together with his wife. He recounts the story of how it introduced him to his future wife at an Atari Christmas party.
He introduced me to her and basically introduced me as, here's the best video game designer in the world, you know. And she was impressed because she always liked Asteroids. But we started dating about probably 7 months later, 8 months later, and we're married now.
The marriage has led to one interesting consequence in Ed's substantial coin-op game collection, which includes all his games, as well as some prototypes and other favorites like Robotron.
And it turns out I met my wife, and she had an Asteroids game as well, so we actually have 2 Asteroids games at home. Wow. One is hers and one's mine.
Ed
Interesting.
Backberg's Battlezone, one of the... Can't wait? All right, go play.
So, wait a second. You can get more lives by shooting the UFOs. You didn't get one, so maybe you have to shoot like 10 for 1 life. I don't know. Okay, what's next? Battlezone. I have already played Centipede. You can watch the stream from the channel. Just search Centipede. So let's play this one. I've never played this one. And obviously this is also a vector-based game. And yeah, I actually played one vector game. Emulator is called Vectrex, and it looks great. Well, let's see the options first. To start. 3. Oh yes, yeah, they say when you get more lives. 10,000 points. What's the minimum? 5,000. Whatever. I'm not that good anyway, so if I get 5,000, it's a victory for me. And left, tread, forward, nothing. Tread, reverse, forward, reverse. Okay, and right, tread, fire. Also, you can fire with R1. Okay. Wait a second. One there. Missed it. Got it. Oh, it's coming. Oh, dead. Oh, dead already. What is this? UFO? Oh, he's moving. Now, okay, it seems that you have to be quick And if you miss, and if you shoot, then move immediately. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the graphics, because when you press forward with either of the buttons, it doesn't seem like you are going forward at all. So I don't know. Does it matter if you press the left or right? I don't know. Try again. Motion blocked by object. Oh, now I get it. You have to press them both of the buttons at the same time. Okay. Okay, someone shot me. Oh man. Okay. Well, I kinda understand the game mechanics now. Yeah, this is how I reverse. I go forward. Then I have to check my radar often. Anyone here? There's one there. Oh no, too slow. Come on. Where are you going? Come back here. There's one there. Oh, they just spawn right in front of you. Just made it. Oh, helicopter. Oh, I didn't... Oh, that was too slow. Okay. Come on. Why won't you shoot? Oh, missed it. Get closer. Okay. Oh. Oh, come on. Yeah, there's no auto aiming. You have to be careful and aim really good. Okay. I miss so often. Come on. Good thing I'm not in the army. With this kind of aiming, I would be dead. Stop moving. Thank you. We both destroyed each other. Can I go to the volcano? Oh, it's the UFO. Let's see if we can go to the volcano. Ooh, nice score. Okay, someone's shooting me, behind me. How long this battlefield is? Okay, there's a... yeah. Edge of the screen. Okay, someone's... turn. Where are you? It's right up behind me. I can't do anything. No. Great score. Tchaikovsky for you. Okay, well, it's kinda interesting. It's like a simulation game, but it's so rudimentary that I don't know. And the controls are a bit weird. Well, maybe there's like different ports or sequels that are better. So let's watch the info.
Atari was founded in 1972.
Wait a second, Tesla. There's no super breakout interview. Fine.
Ed Rotberg's Battlezone, one of the first 3D games ever, is still a favorite anywhere it can be found. It's also spawned more rumors than almost any other coin-op of the era, since a special version of the game was allegedly created for the military to train tank drivers. Like many of Atari's great games, it was first conceived at an off-site brainstorming session.
Battlezone actually came about through the brainstorming sessions that we had off-site during that time. Howard Delman had developed a pretty powerful vector generator to do vector-based graphics, and one of the thrusts for that brainstorming session was to do a first-person 3D or multiple first-person 3D-based games, and Battlezone was one of the concepts that came out of that brainstorming session.
One of the rumors among gamers at the time Battlezone was released was that it was actually possible, if you were good enough, to drive all the way to the animated volcano in the background. Here Ed lays that rumor to rest and explains the origin of the volcano and how it came to be animated.
You cannot get to the volcano in Battlezone. The whole idea with volcano in Battlezone, we wanted to have some background that was basically like a cylinder of wallpaper that you could never get to, that traveled with you. And Roger Hector, drew this up in vectors for us, and he decided to put in a volcano. And so the volcano was in there, and it was just, paper in the background. I mean, it didn't do anything. And Owen Rubin, who was one of my lab mates at the time, every day would come into the lab and say, when are you going to make the volcano active? When are you going to make the volcano active? And I was busy trying to make a game, I wasn't trying to make the volcano active. And finally I said, look, you program the code, and I'll put it in. We'll make the volcano active. showed up at work the next day, and there it was on my chair in front of my station, and he had written the code, and I plugged it in, and sure enough, we have an active volcano because of that.
The possibility of Battlezone being used to train
Yeah,
US
it's
Army
not
troops
a
was quite a controversial issue when the news was first
sandbox
reported.
game where you can just
Since then,
go to the
stories about
volcano.
military Battlezone have circulated among many gamers. Now, for the first time ever, Ed Rotberg reveals the true story behind the myth. Did the Army want a military version of the game? Sort of.
It really wasn't the U.S. Army. It was a group of consultants that were trying to develop an inexpensive training device for the Bradley fighting vehicles. This outside consultant group, which consisted of a lot of ex-Army generals, came and contacted people here at Atari and said, can you do a custom version of Battlezone that will specifically train for this new vehicle we have? And they decided we could do that.
Unlike most video games, it was not a fun project to work on.
One of the people here had taken it on as his project and, basically got me assigned to do it. And I don't have particularly fond memories of it. I lost like 3.5 months of my life living here constantly trying to meet a deadline that they had set up based on a worldwide conference that Army TRADOC was having by satellite. So in order to get this done, we were working here around the clock, weekends. Literally, I rarely saw my wife.
Still, some innovations came from the product. Here, Ed reveals the most famous one, as well as the final outcome of the project.
We actually copied the controller from the gunner's control in the fighting vehicle, and in fact, that controller was the basis for the controller used in Star Wars and many other Atari games from that point on. The demo unit was finished, and then I don't know all the reasons. Like as I said, I was as anxious as possible to get off of it. I said I would do the prototype if I didn't have anything to do with any production plans, and they made that assurance to me. And then there turned out to be no production plans, and I don't know whether it was Atari. I believe it was Atari that decided they didn't want to get into that business, which I think was probably a wise decision.
So the project was canceled, and Military Battlezone never saw the light of day. Still, there were those prototypes. What became of them? Ed Rotberg knows, but he would not go into any more detail than the following.
There's at least one prototype existing in the world.
Okay.
Dave Toyer, can't wait? All right, go play.
Yeah, well, it's interesting that how ahead of time those vector graphics were, because I think it took like 15 years since polygons were able to produce the same as Battlezone did. Of course, it was only monochrome. No textures, no colors, just wireframe graphics. But anyway, it's true 3D, and I think even the enemies are quite intelligent, and yeah. Vector games, interesting concept. Okay, well, so I played Centipede, so I can just watch the interviews
Atari was founded in
without
1970.
playing.
Ed Logg, with help from Donna Bailey, created Centipede in 1981. With easy trackball control and perfectly balanced difficulty, it quickly became one of the most popular games of all time. At one point, Atari even raised the price of the unit in an attempt to kill sales and make way for the production of other games. The result? The game kept selling, and in the end, it was in production for over a year, one of the longest coin-op production runs of all time. Here, Ed Logg relates the origin of the game and notes what he was, and more importantly, wasn't going for in terms of storyline.
The original Centipede game was from a brainstorming idea called Bug Shooter. And other than shooting bugs, that's really all I had in mind. I was not going to go through any elaborate storyline about your off in Never Never world and it's inhabited with a bunch of bugs, and if you shoot them all and then you get the princess back or anything.
After a number of changes to the initial design, which didn't include the spider or allow you to shoot mushrooms, the game was finished, but not before Atari's legal department mandated one more change to the shooter at the bottom of the screen.
Originally, it was supposed to be the Atari insignia, which is, the two things and the bow in the middle. And the lawyers came back and said, looks too much like the Atari logo, and the fact that you shoot that center thing out, that, kills our, trademark, can't do that. Okay, so I changed it a little bit.
Savvy gamers may have noticed that in the game's graphics set, there's a grasshopper that never actually appears in the game. Here, Ed reveals the reason for the grasshopper and why it was never implemented.
There's an interesting story about the grasshopper and centipede. I've actually received letters, from players saying, "Hey, there's a centipede in the graphics. There's a grasshopper in centipede's graphics. Where does it show up? How do I get it?" And actually, the grasshopper was done initially because it was supposed to hop out, like the spider, and try to hop where you were, because I was afraid people would stay in a particular spot and just, hide in a little corner and stay there. Well, it turns out with the spider's algorithm, there really is no safe spot, and you really do have to move around a lot. And so I never bothered to implement, or actually, I left out the grasshopper's algorithm, but I left the graphics in there, just for the purpose of entertaining somebody who's actually going out looking for something secret.
Log prides himself on his
Okay.
bug-free code.
Well,
There is
they
one bug in a version
could
of
have
Centipede.
shown the grasshopper
In the game, as you
in this
advance, the
documentary,
area that the
but
spider
no.
roams in
Now I
shrinks,
have to find it from
making
the
him more
Google.
dangerous. In the cocktail version of the game, though, the second player plays on a flipped screen. But the spider's area is not flipped, so as you advance, his roaming area actually moves to the top of the screen. Ed explains the consequences.
Well, if you're the second player on the other side of the screen, because your screen is now upside down, instead of shrinking it this way, I shrank it this way, so his area got bigger. And of course, he was much easier to hunt. And there are several strategies in Centipede where you simply do nothing but hunt the spider. But the spider also takes care of mushrooms, and there was another strategy called blob strategy, that you try to keep a blob of mushrooms just above the area, and that destroyed that strategy completely. So it turned out to be an interesting feature, but it was certainly a bug that I was not aware of.
Okay.
Asteroids takes its controls. Can't wait? All right, go play.
Yeah, well, I wonder what was the first worm game, because there's like a Nokia worm game, but that was in the mid-90s, so I think there must have been other games where you are controlling a worm that eats and grows longer. But it wasn't Centipede. And this is, of course, a classic game as well. I played, maybe not this version, but there are hundreds of clones following the breakout Arkanoid formula. It's a break the tile minigame. Even in Yoshi's Island, there's like a castle where you have to shoot your eggs and break those tiles, and they change color. So it's a breakout within Yoshi's Island. So interesting. There's like 3 different games. I may wanna check them out. And oh wait, double progressive cavity served. I didn't know that there are so many controls. I thought that you can only move the bar, but Yeah, maybe you can get like bonus abilities. Have to. Oh, I see. It's the game with the controller. Okay. Well, this is the original one. Of course, this is pretty difficult with the digital controller. I'm using a D-pad, so it really would help if I could use mouse. Is that even available here? Yeah, you could play this with your mouse. Tell you what, I'm gonna tweak the settings and try to get the mouse working. Okay, let's see now if I select but one player. Yeah, it works. It works. Okay, I have to make some room here because I'm playing on my couch. It's a little bit jerky here. If I can just sensitivity, maybe one. Okay, I think I can play this now. Oh, takes a while to. Oh, maybe it's a little bit too fast at the moment. Okay. Now, if this only had some background music, this would be quite pleasant. Oh no. Wait a second, did you see that it went through? The emulator. The original game also allow it to go through. Yeah, it seems that it can go through the tiles if the ball hits the corner of the tile or brick. Yeah, some games allow you to have a bigger bar. This is kind of small. Okay, let's try this mode. It's a bit easier. Oh, now we got two balls. We got 2 balls. We got 1 now. Okay, so this is like easy mode. Easy mode for me. Crappy players. It's still not enough. Wait a second, those balls are moving color, changing color. Yeah, for a while they are yellow. Yeah. Okay, it seems to change color to the respective brick. Okay, what was this other mode? Well, this is nice if you can break the first green layer, then the ball will automatically, oh, it's coming down. Yeah, it will bounce in the open space between the layers there, if you can get into there. Yeah, even with mouse, because the bar I have, paddle, it's so small, it's not easy. Yeah. I think Arkanoid has like a double length paddle, so yeah. But you know, this was an arcade game, so they made the game difficult for a purpose. And this double mode again. Yeah, but I'm not fast enough anyway. Okay, let's try this original mode. There's like a 2 balls you can get to help you out. Let's try to concentrate. It's like Pong. 1 player Pong. I tried to find a Pong that I could play, but it seems that most of the Pong games are 2 player only, so there's no like good version that has a computer opponent. Oh no, this is difficult. You really have to have some kind of eye for geometry. geometrical lines. So if the ball bounces from certain degree, you need to calculate where it goes. So you have to anticipate that what's the word? Well, the line of movement, you know. Okay, let's play again. Oh, crap. Good, good. No, it's going to low angle. It's very difficult to follow. Oh, they just spawn it somewhere. Couldn't react. Okay, one more. I wanna get at least one of the trapped balls out. And see what happens. Oh no. Oh no, it's getting really fast now. Too fast for me. Oh, come on. Okay, can I? Yeah, 5 balls. Thank you. Now I should have a chance. Yeah, oh no, it's getting faster. And there's the end. Every time it gets faster, I tend to lose my marbles. It went through at least 2-3 blocks there. Oh man. Okay. Jesus. Oh, come on. Even 5 balls is not enough for me. It's ridiculous. Okay, I have to do this. Even if it requires me not to speak. Yeah, let's do that. I will not say a word. Okay, that doesn't make any difference. Let's try. It was close. Oh no. Okay. One tile. There you go. Nice. Oh my. It was so fast. Well. Got at least one ball out. Okay, well, that's all for today. There's a second Atari collection for PlayStation 1, which I'm going to play the next time, so hope you enjoyed the video. See you the next time. Bye bye.